Suspended Police Minister Senzo Mchunu has given one of the worst performances so far by a witness at the ad hoc committee probing allegations by General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. It was frustrating watching a minister unable to provide straightforward answers to simple questions about his own conduct. He looked like someone who had something to hide. I have no doubt there are many people, especially in the ANC, who are dying to get something to validate their belief that Mchunu is a straight politician. I am afraid I found nothing there. There was obfuscation galore. There was deflection and denial. There were attempts at bullying and victimhood. But there were no clear and to the point answers. Try as he could, but evidence leader advocate Norman Arendse could as well have been trying to extract water from a rock. Hello everyone, welcome back to Joe Talks Politics. I am your host Joseph Mosia. Let's get right into this. Does anyone know the reason or reasons Minister Mchunu ordered the shutting down of the political killings task team? Anyone? Okay, maybe we should let the man himself tell us.
So the first reason is my belief that if you continue to have a political killings task team, you are not recognizing the new work study and the new organogram. You are denying that there's a new organogram, there's a new work study that gave rise to the new organogram. And I don't want to be in denial. I am confirming that we've done that work.
And then the second reason.
A number of people who were part of the National Political Task Team sent WhatsApps to me and to the deputy ministers over a long period, shortly after we started working in SAPS. Others, as I've said, would want to see me privately, confidential. And we had talks. And there are quite a number.
And the last.
Throughout our discussions with SAPS management, from when we arrived during orientation up to the end of the year and beginning of the year, there was always focus and emphasis on the decreased budget. In other words, decreased resources within SAPS. You would ask, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? They will always say, there's no money, there's no money. Even after we identified what we referred to as priorities, ministerial priorities that were expanding on the other priorities of the state as a whole.
In short, various people approached the minister and complained about the PKTT. They included current and former members of the task team. Others were outsiders, including Mary De Haas and Patricia Mashale. He was concerned about the continued existence of the PKTT because it was no longer part of the new police structure. Lastly, it was a cost-saving measure because the police's budget has been significantly reduced. These are the reasons he provided in his affidavit. The difficulty, though, is that these are not the reasons he gave in his instruction to National Police Commissioner on the 31st of December. Here is evidence leader Advocate Norman Arendse pointing this out.
Then you say, my observation in this regard, as indicated above, is that further existence of this team is no longer required, nor is it adding any value to policing in South Africa. Now, if we pause there, if those are two reasons, it's no longer required, nor is it adding any value to policing in South Africa. That's not one of the reasons that you've given, that you spent quite a bit of time elaborating and expanding on. But these are the only two reasons that you give in this letter. It's no longer required because it's no longer, and it's also not adding any value to policing in South Africa. And then you say, I therefore direct that the political killings task team be disestablished immediately.
What is even more bizarre is that Mchunu was prepared to listen to everyone else talking about the PKTT except the three people who were most intimately involved with it. Here is Arendse pressing him on why he did not consult or at least get a briefing from National Commissioner Fani Masemola, the Provincial Commissioner in KwaZulu-Natal, Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, or Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo, the PKTT coordinator, before his decision.
What I want to understand, and all of us want to understand, when did you get into a room with your National Commissioner, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, who started this political killings task team, and Khumalo, who's the project leader of the task team? When did you get into a room with them to have this kind of discussion or debate?
His reply was like all the others, long-winded and meandering. But in a nutshell, he felt no need to do so.
When the president decided to intervene in KZN in the form of establishing this, he didn't call General Masemola, General Mkhwanazi, and General Khumalo to talk to them. He didn't. So let me start afresh to satisfy myself that you are focusing as I'm responding to you. When the president flew to KZN to respond to what was happening, he didn't call General Masemola, General Mkhwanazi, and General Khumalo to confide with them somewhere. He didn't.
This was the theme throughout the 2 days he was before the committee. It was so bad that he was not able to complete his evidence after 2 days, and he will continue next week. At one point, he became irritated when the chairperson wanted to take a break because he thought he was ending the proceedings.
How long will it take you to present all those results?
I'm sure if you give me another 30 minutes, taking delight that tomorrow I'm back here. And I want to explain to the chair, from the 6th of July, I'm wearing General Mkhwanazi. From the 6th of July, I'm smelling General Mkhwanazi. And this is the first opportunity that I'm getting to explain myself. And I'm going to do justice to that. And I'm pleading with you to give me the opportunity to do that, considering as well that he has gone to the commission for quite a long time, piling the accusations and so on. So I'm responding to those.
In summary, Mchunu believes that his decision was correct and that he can order the National Police Commissioner. He calls it giving directives. In my opinion, all Mchunu achieved was to dig a big hole for himself. It will be hard for him to dig himself out of it. He will get another chance to redeem himself when he answers questions from members next week, but as things stand, he will need to perform miracles. Because he gave an unbelievable performance. And that means he was not believable. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse for the minister, he admitted openly that he advised his chief of staff to record conversations with Mkhwanazi. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to like, share, and comment. If you are not yet a subscriber, please consider doing so. That's all from me, Joseph Mosia. See you in the next one.